Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I need to get ready. I thought we could do it together. And I have a couple of new things I'm excited to try. Well, more than a couple. I have a small handful, a little smattering of newness. And I'm going to start with something that is brand new that really kind of caught my attention. And it's new from Natasha Denona. This is the Hy-Glam foundation. This is something that I picked up in shade N1 because that's the shade I wear in the concealer. And I feel like it would be really great to have the same shade for myself. Hopefully that works well. I'm going to squirt some onto the back of my palette here. I've already worn this for a couple of days, so I kind of already have some feelings about it. I haven't spent as much time outside as I would like to because it's really hot right now. But I find that I like applying this best, spreading it out first with my fingers and finishing with a sponge. I don't particularly care for the way that it looks when I'm using it with a brush. That's just something that I've discovered on my own. Now that I have it mostly distributed throughout the face, I'm going to take a minute to kind of pounce it in with a sponge. This helps to pick up any excess product and to make sure that things are really blended well on the surface of the skin. I had been using a rougher, let me tell you what brush I've been using. The LC03, which is kind of like an angled foundation brush. And I use that for most of my foundations and it works beautifully. And I found that with this one, it was just a little streaky. And I don't know whether I'm not using the Natasha Denona foundation brush, but I wasn't likely to pick up another brush. I just told myself I have too many foundation brushes. I don't need another one. And if I can't find a way to make this work with a brush, there's always the sponge, the good old sponge. After finished pouncing it in, I feel like it's an actually pretty great shade match for me. I feel like a little bit of bronzer and I'm going to look pretty close from here to here. This is described as a hydrating and blurring long wear radiant serum foundation. I definitely get the radiance from this. I feel like if you're looking on the surface of my face right now, you can pick up a little bit of that. But as the day wears on, over the last couple of days, I've noticed that this does need a little bit of touch up in my T-zone because that's where I happen to be oily. I have combo skin and my T-zone just kind of instantly produces more oils. And but this looks really beautiful on the places on my face, like right in through here where I have more normal skin type. And I feel like it actually looks really radiant and beautiful without looking greasy. I do touch up the T-zone at about the 4.5 to 5 hour mark. And I feel like that's a pretty, like halfway through the day is a pretty good place for me to, check in and see how things are going, fix my eyeliner if I need to, and add just a little bit of powder, especially in the T-zone, nose especially. So since I'm using the Hy-Glam foundation today, I thought I would also reach for the concealer. This is also in the shade N1. This has been one of my favorite concealers since it first launched, and I reach for it so much. I'm surprised I haven't gone through an entire tube of it yet. I feel pretty blanked out right now. I feel like my hyperpigmentation spot is kind of MIA, and I like that. I also like the sort of coverage that I'm getting, just taking an up-close look at it. It looks radiant while still, it doesn't look as skin-like as some of the other products that I have. I can still see just a little bit of my melasma through here. I feel like between the concealer and the foundation, it does a really good job of evening everything out. It is settling just a smidge in my forehead lines here, but I will pounce that out and then set it with powder. But I feel like this is a really pretty foundation. This is more of a medium coverage where it looks like makeup, as opposed to something that looks just like your skin. I would say the Lisa Eldridge skin tint doesn't look like anything more than skin, like perfected skin. There's something about that formula that is just beautiful. This is definitely reading a little bit more makeup, but it doesn't look too heavy. It's sitting okay on my pores. It's not the best foundation I've ever seen on my pores, but it could be because it's really radiant and it's reflecting back where I have the most texture on my face. I do like it. I think it wears well. I like it better when I have certain areas powdered, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, here's something I haven't reached for in forever. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. I have the lightest shade. And I'm just going to pick this up with the BK 106 and use this just to give my face a little bit of dimension and color because I was feeling a little blanked out. Now I've only set my T-zone and under the eyes with powder, so the rest of my face I'm going to be using cream products on today. I would definitely want that glow. For blush today, I picked up one of the new Nars multiples. I have the shade Dazed. It's a really beautiful desaturated shade. This is what the shade Dazed looks like. I'm just going to take it from the back of my hand and use a 107 BK brush and just use this to kind of pounce in the color that I want. Bring some life to the face. A little bit of warmth. But I like how desaturated this is. It's a very gentle pinky shade. It's really quite lovely. It's not too heavy. If you have fair skin, this might be a beautiful shade for your collection. I also really like the way this has been wearing. I have been wearing this shade for about a week now, and I've noticed that it dries down beautifully. It has a nice powder-like finish on it. And once it's done blending, it stays really well throughout the day. I really like the longevity this has. I think it's really lovely. I'm just going to take the side of my blender that had foundation on it and kind of try and blend out right here under the eye. Do you ever just go overboard? I feel like I do that all the time, especially with blush. And it kind of frustrates me because I know that I'm prone to doing that and I just can't stop myself from doing it. For highlight today, I'm going to use this. This is something that Jones Road sent me, and this is their face oil. This is in the shade Cool Rose. I have not worn this yet. I've swatched it, but I haven't worn it. It looks like this. I hope it's not too oily. I guess we'll see. So I'm going to spread it out just a little bit. So on the back of my hand, I'm just going to use a little synthetic brush to pick some up. And then to do, oh wow. Oh wow. Maybe I need to use fingers instead. Boy, that's very, very glowy. I really, really like this. I feel like I went a little heavy. Just a little heavier than I intended to, but I've never tried it before, so I guess the first time is like kind of like experimentation, trying to figure out what works well. When Jones Road sent me this, they also sent me another one of their lippy sticks, and this is one that I didn't realize I already had this shade. This is a shade that I picked up last summer that I was obsessed with. This is called Deep Rose, and I'm going to throw a little bit of this on now because my lips are feeling a little dry. But I love this product. The lippy stick is so good. It doesn't really look like lipstick. It feels like a balm. It has a nice, gentle, soft color to it. And it's super hydrating on the lips. I also love that the packaging is metal. The cap is plastic, but the packaging is metal. And it feels like a really beautiful, upgraded chapstick. I love that about it. I'm at that point where I need eyebrows desperately and an eye look, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll kind of speed through this part. I feel like the eye look turned out really great today. I was using the Prada Quad in 08. It looks like this. It's really a pretty easy neutral quad, along with the Prada liner and the Prada Scope mascara. I am going to switch out my lippy though. I do love this lippy stick from Jones Road. This is one that is so easy to toss in my pants pocket, take in my purse, just carry around with me for easy application without a mirror. If you're ever looking for something easy that doesn't require a mirror, the lippy sticks are great. But I did get a new lipstick that I want to try. I'm going to go in with the Lip Glazer from MAC. This is in the shade Whirlin'. This is their new glossy lip liner. For lipstick today, I'm reaching for this. This is brand new from Dior. This is their Rouge Dior On Stage. It's a coated shine lipstick, ultra wear, intense comfort. Okay, I've already worn it for a couple of days. Intense comfort, yes. Ultra wear, when I'm thinking ultra wear, I'm thinking like 6+ hours. I usually get about 4.5 out of this, and it could be that I got a really light shade. But I do like the shine that it gives, but the shine doesn't last a terribly long time. I picked up the shade Iconic Rose in the shade 120. This feels really great going on. It's one of those I feel like I could just like continually, perpetually apply. It feels amazing on the lips. It is scented like most Dior lipsticks. One thing that I am not so happy about is the fact that the packaging here is a snap closure. Because if you have one of the new Dior lipsticks, they have magnetic closures. I was expecting this to be magnetic as well. It has the same sort of top on it. It has the same sort of closure on the front, but I was expecting this to be magnetized and it's not. There's also a serious weight difference. I know this is a smaller lipstick. There's less product in here, but I feel like there could be a few more of those luxurious touches. It does have a very obvious scent to it. It smells just like the other Dior lipsticks, so if you know that Dior scent, expect to find it in this as well. I'm really happy with the way this look turned out. I am liking this new Danessa Myricks Hy-Glam foundation. I feel like once it's powdered, it looks really good across my forehead where I have those dynamic facial lines. I feel like the pores right across my T-zone, right in through here across my nose, are diminished with a little bit of powder. I don't feel like it's settling in places like corners of the mouth or nasolabial folds. I do have, I'm just noticing it right now, just a little bit of it, or the concealer settling in my crow's feet right here. I should probably put a little bit more powder like right here, right here. Yeah, I definitely have that happening, but I will touch that up. But I do like the way that it looks, and I feel like the way that it wears is nice. Is it my favorite foundation? No. I feel like there are other ones that I like better. And I'm not going to count skin tints in there because it's a different animal altogether, but I feel like I like the Chanel Le Beige that I have, the Armani Luminous Silk a little bit better. I have the Uncover Up from RMS that I really like. I feel like this here is lovely. I'm going to use it, but it's not like my instant fave. I don't know if that helps you if you're trying to decide whether to get it or not, but I do think it is a beautiful foundation. I do think it wears nicely. It's just not exactly what I'm looking for, especially as I see it kind of settling in a few places. Other than that, this kind of surprised me. I do like the glow that I have going on with this. I'm going to have to figure out how to use that a little bit better in the future. And I do like the way that this looks on the lips and it feels on the lips. I just, again, wish the packaging had that magnetic closure, just like the rest of the Dior lipsticks. That kind of surprised me. This right here, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I like that it's not too much. It's just enough on my fair skin. And I like the formula that it kind of dries down to a powder finish. Also the lippy stick, I know that I love this because the one that they sent me is the exact same shade that I have and I love it. And it's definitely one of those that I would recommend to you if you're looking for an easy product for the lips that's not lipstick. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you're curious about what I'm wearing on the rest of my face, things that I didn't talk about specifically, I will have those listed for you in the description box down below. Just hit that more, like that little where it says more, ... Click on that and it'll expand the box and you'll have everything in there. Just keep in mind those links are affiliate links, and if you choose to use them, it does help to support my channel. Thank you so much for making the time to watch today. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day and I will see you again soon. Bye.